if I have seen further, it's by standing on the shoulders of giants. Welcome to a new episode. For today, we are gonna talk about Albert Einstein's house. Do you know, like in Bern, Switzerland, Albert Einstein lived more than 100 years ago? I went there and now it's considered like a museum, so we can visit this. I couldn't record because it's not allowed, but I took some pictures. You know, when you are there and you are reading the history, you realize that you are not starting from zero in science. It's like there are a lot of contributions from not only the recent years, also decades or centuries. There was a person that was wondering what are these fundamental questions of the air and was obsessed to discover these trying to unreveal these answers. Albert, during his undergrad studies, just got the average mark when he got the degree. What he did after he reached the degree is the most important stage of his life. He kept thinking in these fundamental questions of science and physics. So, for example, what's light, what's time, and all of these fundamental questions. Average grades don't prevent extraordinary discoveries. It's more important what about you do with the tools that you have. What I learned from this experience and reading about a bit about his personal life, great scientist achievement often come with personal sacrifices. These people, great scientists, they are obsessed with this, trying to discover, work on this in this research, in these studies. In the case of Albert Einstein, I assume like a genius like him was really obsessed and spent a lot of time in that. His first wife was Mileva. Mileva says like no end waiting in the house for him, and usually she was alone. Sometimes it's unavoidable to do sacrifices, and makes me think, what are your priorities? Do we actually have to sacrifice other things? We cannot get both of the things, both of in different fields. Reels looks really ambitious, right? But actually, I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't know. I think each person can have a different perspective. We tend to assume that a great scientist usually is also like a perfect person, right? Or a genius is like also a perfect person in different fields. And what I learned from this experience and reading about a bit about his personal life, Albert can be considered for these times not like a model for a good husband or a good father in a family. Did you know that Albert, before to get married with his first wife, have a child, but he never saw this child, and up to this point, there are no records if this child died or was sent to adopted. That's a questionable part of his life. He get married with Mileva, and then got to children's. Basically, Albert was not present there, and then Albert get divorced and start a relationship with his cousin. So that's very controversial, right? I'm not the person to judge. I'm just saying these facts, but these facts is useful to say it. What we learn, and I think the most important thing is to remember, is that Einstein was not born into fame or surrounded by prestigious laboratories. He was a regular man with a regular job in a modest apartment in Bern. But probably what makes the difference it was that he kept thinking deeply about the nature of reality. And that's a message for all of us that even a century later, that science advanced because people keep thinking about and asking fundamental questions, right? Please like it, comment, and share it. drop a like here. It feels very weird to say that, but peace out.